Hey everybody, StvRich here. Where we had left off, we had just done the final extraction of the final version of IOSv into this folder, and I want to copy this folder to the desktop by itself. And we go down here to the OVF file, and we can open it in vmWare Workstation. And I will leave it that name. Import it. It failed. Click OK to retry. Yeah, you will get that failure sometimes. And what we're going to have to do is set up this machine for access through its serial port. So we go down here to edit virtual machine settings, and we add, you see how much memory it's using, 384 megabytes. That's not bad. We add a serial port, use the physical port to set this up, auto detect, and we make sure this is highlighted. Go over here, we have to switch from a serial port to using a named pipe, and the syntax of that is //pipe/com1, because we are accessing it through com1. But what a named pipe is a file redirection, so that the output from this virtual machine does come out on the actual COM port. So click OK. And let me think a minute. I think that's it. So we start the VM now. Power it on. And it's pretty non-exciting, the startup, but well, we will. Right there, that's it. I believe that's the screen. Okay, now that the router's up and running, we need to start a PuTTY session, and it will be a serial connection, and we need to put in the named pipe that we just used. Likewise, if you've got several machines, it'll be COM1, 2, 3, 4. You can name the session, so I'm going to call it IOSv all in one. Save it here so it's in the list, and all you've got to do is double click it, and it opens a terminal to the router. Give it a minute. Now this is the initial configuration dialog. Do we want to do it? No, we don't want the configuration. And again, it's thinking. Just give it a minute. It'll be right with us. There we go. Now, a lot of these things, some of them are errors. It's looking for configuration from a TFTP server, so you can tell it to quit looking for that. By typing in the service config. And if we want to, we can take a look at all of those. You remember all the network cards that we saw listed in the virtual machine? Whoops. There's all our gigabit Ethernet connections, 0 through 9, 10 of them. Just like right here, we've got 1 through 10. It's just at the command line of a Cisco IOS, it starts with 0 instead of 1 and ends with 9. That's because vMware Workstation allows a maximum of 10 network cards per machine. And this is the running configuration. And that's basically that. That's the basic setup. I'm going to show more later. Now for GNS3. Okay, now that we've run it in VMware, what we have to do is run IOSv in GNS3. Now I've got this folder which I've copied to the root of my hard drive, and we'll open up GNS3, and I'll also open up Task Manager so that we can watch its impact when it runs upon the CPU and memory. And we go to Edit and Preferences, and we'll be running it under QEMU as a VM. So we browse for a new VM. We're going to call it IOSv, and it will take 384 megs of RAM. And we browse for the virtual hard disk. Go to my hard drive, my VM folder, IOSv, and here's 2015, the newest one I just extracted. And this is the virtual hard drive. Open it. Would you like to copy it to the default images directory? Yes, I would. And finish. Now we go to the editor. Check settings. The name, memory looks good. Hard disk is the advanced enterprise image network. I've got 8 adapters, and it's the default E1000 NIC. Advanced settings. Fine. Click OK. And we now have a new router in the listing of GNS3. So we drag it out to fire it up. And like I say, keep an eye on this. Watch what happens as we start this. You'll see that it pegs one of the cores of the CPU. Check out that spike. I'm opening a console so we can monitor any activity at the console. And it'll take it a couple of minutes to boot up. I like to set a few things and then just reload it once. And once it settles down, it really doesn't use up very much CPU resources at all, even though it pegs it when it's starting out. When you've got 2 or 3 of them, you may want to start one at a time, just so that you don't overload your PC all at once. There are times I've tried it where I've had 3 or 4 of these IOSv routers starting up at the same time, and QEMU will stop and things like that. Okay, you notice the core is coming down now, and I'll start up this one. Now you see the other cores peaking a little bit as this one starts up. And those are your 8 Ethernet ports on the IOSv. Check out the activity on the monitor. And we're ready for action here. And that's your IOSv installed on GNS3. It's well behaved, relatively stable, and it doesn't seem to use up really very much resources after it's up and running. It's a beautiful thing.